It feels like we've been waiting ages for this new Apple Watch, the Series 7, but it was only announced a couple of weeks ago at WWDC. But tomorrow, finally, we can actually pre-order this watch, Series 7, and I'll let you know a little bit further on in the video exactly what times you can order it, depending on where you are in the world. And the Series 7 has got some decent upgrades this year, and I think decent is the right word. They're not huge updates, they're just decent updates. But the biggest update that you'll see and notice straight away is that display. And of course, Apple call it the most advanced display on an Apple Watch ever. And I actually kind of agree this year. I think it looks really cool. And for example, like the borders now, they have gone so small. They're just 1.7 millimeters thick. And the screen size has increased to 45 millimeters for the bigger watch. And we're at 41 millimeters for the smaller display. And just making that display just that little bit bigger, Apple have decided it's a really good idea to put a full-size keyboard. Well, not full size, but like full size for a watch keyboard on messages, for example. And I don't know how much I'm going to use this, so it'll be interesting. I think it might be a little bit like clunky to use, and I don't think I'll use it, but we will see if I can get my hands on one of these. And it wouldn't be right if Apple released a product and didn't say that it was their strongest display ever. And of course, they have said it is their strongest display ever, with more crack-resistant front crystal, which sounds pretty cool, actually. Crack resistant front crystal. I like the sound of it. But the biggest thing I'm excited about for the Watch 7 is fast charging. And fast charging is such a huge thing on something that you wear every single day. If you use it to go to sleep in, you use the battery all night. And that fast charging now can do it 33% quicker than it could on the older models. And to put that into sort of like perspective, that means you can go from 0 to 80-ish% in 45 minutes, which is so good. Because if you are using it for the sleep tracking, and that's really important to you, your battery will just get rubbish at night. So once you wake up, you're getting a shower, you're getting ready, pop it on the charger, and if it takes you even just half an hour to get ready, you're still gonna be on about 50% battery. So fast charging is like the biggest thing, I think, on this year's Series 7. The battery itself, though, isn't any better. So the battery is still 18 hours, just like it was on the Series 6, which is kind of a bit disappointing, but because you now get that fast charging, I think it's a kind of a fair trade-off, because even though it's 18 hours of battery life, you can get to that 18 hours probably in just around about an hour. So that makes it kind of acceptable. Before I go and tell you all the pre-order times, if you enjoy this video and you've enjoyed some of the videos on the channel, then why not sub to the channel? Because that genuinely really helps out, and that would be glorious. Okay, so pre-order times for tomorrow. They're all being pre-ordered on the same date, which is the 8th of October. But obviously, it varies in times depending on where you are in the world. So on screen, I will show you some different times from all these places around the world. And hopefully, I've got them right, because time actually is really confusing when you're trying to figure out who's what, where, and all of that stuff. But the UK, for example, is going to be like 1 p.m. tomorrow. And like I said, you can see a list of some other countries below. So all the pre-order times from across the world, not all of them, but a few of them. So hopefully I got all of this right. But when you pre-order tomorrow, it doesn't mean it'll be available from like the day after. You can actually go and pick it up on the 15th of October. So a little bit of a wait, but these apparently are going to be quite hard to get hold of, because there's been that like chip shortage and just people with deliveries and all of that stuff. So you will probably have to pre-order one of these watches if the Series 7 Apple Watch is something that you are really keen to get hold of. And you've got some really nice options on like colors this year. So I'll try and remember all of these colors. So when you are going to get the aluminium watch, there are some decent new colors as well. So you have things like the midnight color, you've got starlight, there's a green, there's kind of a new blue, and then of course you've got your product red. And if you're going to go and get one of these Apple Watches, let me know what color you're going to get. So I'm really tempted to go for blue this year, but blue doesn't match with like everything that you wear, where if you just get like the gray color, it kind of goes with everything. So gray kind of draws me back in. But let me know in the comments if you're going to get the Apple Watch Series 7, which one of the Series 7, what color you are going to get. Some of the health features you might have seen already, actually, so you don't really get many new ones on this one. Blood oxygen is still there. You've got the ECG as well for your heart tracking, but there is something now which is a mindfulness app, so it'd be quite interesting to have a little look at that. I think it's just to kind of like chill you out a bit and just be like, breathe in everyone's busy life. So that will be really interesting. And then there's some updates to the Photos app and the Messages. And the Messages one we spoke about before, having that QWERTY keyboard to be able to reply to people. Oh, we'll see. But that is some of the newer features that you're going to get with some of the apps. And I probably could have held off for another year with my Series 4, but that fast charging really sold it for me. To go from 0 to 80% in just 45 minutes is so good. And then to get that better screen, that most advanced screen ever, and just making it go to 45mm and just having it be a little bit bigger is kind of what I've been waiting to see in an Apple Watch. So this year, if I can get hold of one, fingers crossed, I will obviously do a review and stuff on the channel as well. And let me know if you're going to get one of these Apple Watch Series 7s, or whether you're going to hold off for that potential redesign for the Apple Watch Series 8. Who knows whether that is going to be a thing or not. But of course, do let me know in the comments if you're going to get one and what color and all of that stuff as well. If you enjoyed the video, why not sub to the channel and give it a like? That'd be great. And if you do all of that, then see you later.